Okay, let's get into the first way that you can earn additional income not showing your face on camera and not using your voice. And as it says on the screen, that way is through a newsletter. Let me share my screen here. Here we go, in presentation mode so it could be a little bit bigger for us. Now, when it comes to newsletters, it may or may not be something that you've already considered. So I'm going to show you behind the scenes of the business of newsletters, the invisible income. So just as a reminder of what a newsletter is, it's a recurring publication. It's published on a regular schedule, such as weekly or monthly, but you can decide on your cadence and frequency. You're going to focus on a topic. Each newsletter concentrates on a specific topic, industry, or niche, and you deliver it via email. Newsletters are directly sent to subscribers' inboxes rather than accessed on a website. They provide recurring, targeted content directly to subscribers' inboxes on a chosen topic or niche. So think about what you've done for your profession, or something that you're passionate about, or maybe even a topic that you did years ago or you're thinking about for the future that you're okay with doing a deeper dive in, so you can share with your subscribers. And I mentioned on our live session last night that even what you do in your profession, if you think it's not something others would be interested in, I'm here to tell you as a witness, as an example, people are. We have to get out of our own way if that's what we think, right? Because I'm guilty. I'll just use myself as an example. I did not think anyone would be interested in knowing anything about recruiting. And boy, was I wrong. So think about what you've done, even if you have to put it out there to test it, but you'll be surprised of what people are interested in. People have varied interests in a lot of different things. So get out of your own way and think about, this is what I know. This is what I can go in depth on. This is what I have experience in. I can talk about this with my eyes closed. That way you come across as an authority and being credible, versus if you're learning something on the fly and having just surface level conversations, then you might not be able to engage an audience or keep their attention because you're also learning. I wouldn't be able to have your attention if I wasn't able to, on the fly. I've done it for years. I do a Q&A session not knowing what the questions are going to be because I'm confident in my experience and my ability. So I just wanted to put that out there for something for you to think about. So now we know what it is. Let me tell you about the market of newsletters. There are currently 4 billion daily email users, and this figure is expected to rise to 4.6 billion by 2025. Over 319 billion emails were sent and received in 2021 daily. And this number will also continue to rise by approximately 4% annually. With that said, email newsletters will continue to serve their purpose. How could they not? Email marketing is an important aspect for all businesses. It helps drive results. Now, here's the statistic that I got online that's also worthy of a mention. 7.5 billion was made in 2020. This is expected to increase by 17.9 billion by 2027. Over 50% of global website traffic is generated from mobile devices. This excludes tablets. So this is just giving a graph and sharing the amount of growth over the years for email newsletters. Your inbox right now, your personal inbox, is flooded with emails from different companies and corporations about different things, whether it's makeup, whether it's watches, whether it's clothing, whether it's tech stuff. This is how a lot of companies make their money. So it's not going anywhere. So when we think about stability, when we think about what's going to be around, when we think about our future and funding it, we want to have something that's in demand and that's going to be around. Newsletter is one of those options. Let's keep going. So to have your newsletter, you want something that is going to have direct communication with your subscribers, because any of the social media platforms, and we've seen this happen, Facebook shut down for a few hours. This has happened to Instagram as well. You want to have direct connection without any intermediaries, anything in the middle that will cause friction or stop you from getting directly to your customer, to your subscriber. So it's just you to them, nothing in the middle. So this is a way to have direct communication. You can build relationships through your readers over time, and this strengthens your brand. It reinforces your brand identity, who you are, what you're trying to establish, and you as a thought leader in your niche as well. So one subscriber is equal to $1 per month. So each month that they stay subscribed, that's equal to $1 per month for you. So let's look at a couple of case studies, and I want to share this with you of the newsletters. This first one is Milk Road, and they talk about cryptocurrency. So I'm going to flip over to the newsletter. This is their newsletter. It's called Milk Road. And again, they talk about cryptocurrency. So you see here, the first thing they say is subscribe. Get your hot, fresh cup of crypto news with a pump of humor at Milk Road. Hit the subscribe button. It's the first thing they want you to do. They also tell you up here, you can dive into the past editions of the newsletter. You can subscribe below. It's a free subscription. You can be in the know with 5-minute crypto newsletter that over 250,000 enthusiasts trust. So they're telling you, we already have 250,000 people that read our newsletter. And then look at this little bitty sign right here. They're telling you, I have, and we're going to get into this later, but I don't want you to forget this little bitty sign. Let's click on it real quick. This is just a pop-up to say, hey, the listings that appear on this page may be from companies which this website receives compensation, which may impact how, where, and in what order products appear. This page may not include all companies or available products. Milk Road does not endorse or recommend any companies. What are they saying? They're saying, hey, this is the website and this is the newsletter that we have. On this page, there may be products and services from companies. We're not endorsing them or recommending them, but hey, they decided because of our readers, because of our audience, they wanted to advertise on our website and in our newsletter. We're not going to stop them. That doesn't mean we've used them, so we're not endorsing them. Doesn't mean that we've tried them out, so we're not recommending them. You with me? Now let's get into the newsletter, because this is the website. I should have said this earlier. This is the website, but we clicked on newsletter. Let's look at the newsletter. Let's just go inside. This was April 18th, right? Let's click inside the newsletter. We're going to click inside. We see April 18th. This is the first, and we're not talking about what they're talking about. We're looking at the newsletter business. What does the first sentence say? What does it have in it? Today's edition is brought to you by LightLink, whoever they are, and they talk about who they are. This is how you start to monetize. And again, we're going to get into this later, but I want you to see they're not playing no games with these subscribers. We're going to give you this for free. We're also going to put in our affiliates to other companies because this is how we make our money. This is a business. This is a business. So you see that there. Let's go back. Let's look at another one. We go into the newsletter. We click on it. That was April 18th. This one's April 17th. What does it say? Today's edition is brought to you by Cross Finance. They're not playing no games with these people. Excuse me. They're not playing no games. They're making their money. This is a business. So I wanted to show you that example. Now let's hop back into the presentation. Let's look at another one, Essence. This is a cultural magazine. Let's look at, let's see, do I have it up? Newsletter. Essence actually wrote an article on their site about newsletters. Our newsletters, the new blog. They talk about newsletters. They said they're making a comeback. This was December of 2023, but this time they serve as a platform for writers to share essential fashion terms, blog posts, podcasts, so on and so forth. So it gives you some different newsletters that they're talking about, but they're saying, hey, this is a business. Here's one that they talk about and they recommend. Here's one. And guess what they also say? Hey, y'all, sign up for Essence newsletter. Subscribe to ours. Now, Essence has a magazine. Why in the world would they need a newsletter also? Well, their magazine is only 6 issues a year. This is how we get in front of subscribers every single day. And we can put our products, look at the products right here. Bam, Walmart. Bam, Gap. Bam, Amazon. Do you not think Walmart, Gap, and Amazon is paying them to be in their magazine, in their newsletters? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So I wanted to show you that even a magazine knows the business of newsletters. So if we were to talk quickly about the types of new newsletters, as you start to formulate, okay, I'm into this. This is something I think I can do. Do I want it to be all about content? So you're focused on delivering informational content like articles and interviews. Do you want it to be product-based? It's aimed directly to sell products or promote affiliate products. Or do you want it to be a hybrid of news? So what I do with mine that I send out is it's more educational and informational. So that's the type of newsletter that I have, right? So you can decide on the format and the type. Now let's get into the money, right? This is why we're here. Let's get into the money. You can have a subscription model. So this is where your readers would pay a fee to access premium content. So you can have a free newsletter, and then you can say, if you want to level up, if you want premium content from me, I'm going to share access to a subscription that you can subscribe to that's $9.99 a month, where you get premium content to me. So not only am I going to give you free information, but when you get to the premium content, I'm going to break it down. I'm going to give you workshops. I'm going to bring in people that I'm going to interview for you. The other is sponsored content. I gave you an idea with the 2 case studies, Milk Road and Essence, on sponsored content. We saw the Gap, we saw Walmart, we saw the Light Link with Milk Road. This includes paid ads aligned with the newsletter thing. Affiliate marketing, where you promote products and get sales commission. So when we saw Milk Road, the very first sentence, it said today's newsletter edition is sponsored by. That's an affiliate link. They get commission. When someone clicks on that link, they get commission. When someone buys from that link, they get commission. The other one is your own product and sales. So you can sell within your newsletter, courses directly and ebooks in the newsletter. So there's multiple options that exist to monetize newsletters, including subscriptions, ads, affiliate sales, and direct product sales. So I also wanted to share with you a little bit about, what this also looks like. So now let's talk about how to get started. Okay, Kelly, I got it. I think this is me. I want to be behind the scenes. I want to do some writing. I'm good at writing. I also want to get my thoughts out on paper and see if people are interested. I think they would be interested on this topic. How do I get started? The first way you want to get started is to choose the right platform. I'm going to recommend Beehiiv and Beacons because they're great options to start your newsletter, especially if you are a beginner. And I'm going to tell you why. I'll start with Beacons because that's what I have. So if you were to go to, see if I have mine up, my link in bio, you hear people say that. This is my link in bio, Kelly Jackson. The first thing you see is this bell right here. Subscribe. You get notified, right? So I immediately have people come into my newsletter, come into my world. The second thing you see automatically is subscribe. Put your email address and you're subscribed to my newsletter, right? And this is Beacons. I'm going to leave the link below if you want to join Beacons, because with Beacons, it's very beginner friendly and it will grow with you. Right? If you decide to do your newsletter and then you want to expand out into different things like products or services or a website, it has all of that for you, and it's not expensive at all. I think it's like $10. So it'll grow with you. So this is your link. Now you will just have your link. You don't have to have all these links yet, but I promise you over time you will have these as you continue to grow. But if you want something simple to get you started, Beacons is that. And this is exactly what I use. Now, the other option that you have, and also let me just say, to set up your newsletter on Beacons, what you're going to do is, I think they give you 500 for free, 500 emails to send out there for free. So you need a link for people to click on. And this gives you the link as well as the option to send out a newsletter. It helps you create it. It has templates where you don't have to think about the format. You can try out different templates and figure out which is the best for you. And Beacons has that. And I can do, if you want me to, leave a comment underneath this video and I can show you behind the scenes and how to get this set up once you get on the platform. I'm happy to do that for you. The other option you have is Beehiiv. Now, Beehiiv is, they're known for, let me start to beginning here and I'll show you prices. They're known for newsletters. You know how I talked about this last night. You know how maybe you got a taste for barbecue and you know the Chinese shop down the street, they do barbecue, they do chicken wings and they do fish, but they're a Chinese place. So you really want to go to them for Chinese because that's what they're good at. That's what they do. This is how I think about Beehiiv. This is all that they do is newsletters. So the newsletter platform built for growth. So this is beginner friendly as well. And you get a 30-day trial with them. Okay. All they do is newsletters. And actually when I get more bandwidth and time, this is probably who I'm going to use. Right now I'm using Beacons just because it's easy for me. It's already my link in bio and I want everything together in one place for me. When someone goes to my link in bio, they will have to click to go to Beehiiv to read my newsletter. Now it's just right there. They don't have to go anywhere. They're part of my ecosystem and I can just send the newsletter out. This adds a little bit of friction because they actually have to click a link and then go to my newsletter. But Beehiiv it's on my radar for me to use, on my roadmap, I should say, for me to use in the future because this is all they do. So let me just show you a little bit about them. Again, it's the newsletter platform built for growth. It's everything you need. And I'm gonna give you another resource as well. Now, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. This is why I say maybe start with Beacons because you're going to need a link in bio anyway. You're going to need that anyway. So you can graduate too, just like I will be doing, to Beehiiv. Let me show you the pricing. I think I started with that and then I clicked off. So the good thing is you can start with them for $0. And once you get up to 2,500 subscribers, then you can go to the next, which is grow. And it's not bad for $42 a month. And you get different features with them as well. Now, again, this could be a little overwhelming if you're just beginning and just getting started. So you want to take a look at this, but I wanted to share it with you so you can have options. Now, if you do start with Beacons, you can actually do both. So if you get Beacons, because you're going to need a link in your bio, and what you're going to do, and I talked about this on yesterday in the initial video, is you're going to leverage to kick things off. We'll go back to the presentation. You're going to start with what you have. Don't overwhelm yourself and try to get or be like anybody else or anyone else that's already been doing this. You're not there yet. I'm not there yet. There's others. Everybody's at different phases. So we don't want to be like anyone else. Start where you are and just get started. That's the whole, that's the game. That's the playbook, is getting started. And to do that, you're going to choose which platform. Now, again, I recommend Beacons because it gives you the dual effect. And what I mean, you have a link that people can click on, and you have a newsletter that you can leverage right there in the Beacons platform. Again, Beehiiv is another great option where you can link your newsletter on your link in bio. Hopefully that's making sense. You leave me a comment if I'm not making sense. So you can actually leverage both of them. I'm going to put everything in the description so you can check it out. Now, the next thing you want to do is build your audience. And again, I know for a fact you have YouTube because that's where you're watching me at and where you found me at. You may have Facebook and you may have a LinkedIn. Those are 3 platforms where I know that most people that are in this community probably more than likely already have. So don't worry about, okay, Kelly, how do I get started? And I don't have this. You probably already had it. This is where you're going to put your link in bio. You're going to put your link there. You just put it there. Right. And if you want to, if this is something you're serious about and you really want to get this started, Schedule a consultation with me. You can go to iamkellyjackson.com. Let's map out your game plan to not just getting started, but how to market this, how to get subscribers, and how to monetize. Okay, if this is something you're really serious about and you're like, this is the one for me, this is the one, I can do this, I love writing, this is what I want to do. Now I'm going to show you others that have started and what's possible. But you want a game plan. I'm giving you a brief overview on how to get started now. And if you really want to map out a game plan, and I can help you with that, you can go to iamkellyjackson.com and get a consultation. Let's get the playbook started for the next 6 months, and let's get you monetized and get you to earning that extra income. So building your audience, your social media, existing contacts, and content marketing to grow your subscribers. That's how you're going to build. Now, let me show you this other article. And I'll put all of this in the description below. These are the 40 best newsletters to subscribe to. And it just gives you an overview of these different newsletters. Let's see. I'll give you this list, but I wanted to break this down a little further. Let me hop over here. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you. So I'm going to share the newsletters and what they make. I think that we can do that. So these are 10 newsletters that do $1 million per year with small or one-person teams. I don't want you thinking you can't do this or you need to hire somebody. You can do this, and I'm going to show you right now. Now, this guy, all he talks about is newsletters. I'm going to put his information in the description as well. Subscribe to him. I'm subscribed to him. It's absolutely free. If you're serious about this, because this is something that I will be doing. It's on the roadmap as well for me. And this is who I will be tapping into. So let's take a look. The TLDR newsletter, their estimated annual revenue is $5.10 million. They have 1.2 subscribers. How they monetize is through sponsors. They grow, they use ad, and they have 4 people on their team. 4 people. They make $5 to $10 million. One ad in their newsletter is $18,000. Here's their rate card. If you want to check this out and look at that. Let's look at another one. Lenny's newsletter. This could be Kelly's newsletter. This could be Stacy's newsletter, Linda's newsletter, Renato's newsletter, Keith's newsletter. Simple. Let's not complicate it. Estimated revenue, $2.3 million. Newsletter subscribers, they have 400K. How they monetize is a subscription base. The way they grow, they post on Twitter and Substack. How many people on their team, y'all? 1. It's just Lenny. Lenny like, look, I'm good with 2.3 million. Justin Welsh, 1.7 to 2 million estimated annual revenue. He has 135K. He monetizes because he has courses and he does sponsorships. The way he grows is through LinkedIn and Twitter. How many people on his team? It's just Justin. He not tripping. This is good money for me. I can live off this. So I'm going to give you this. You can read through this. I got you covered on this. Now, this is an easy. You could do this. You could write your newsletter once a week. You can even schedule it to go out every Sunday, every Tuesday, every Thursday, whatever is the cadence for you. And get that thing out. Okay, so you can do this. This is a second side hustle. I wanted to show you on this one. I'm going to go back to this. I want to show you what some of the formatting looks like to give you some ideas. So this one's called The Morning Brew. It's one of the most well-known newsletters. It's a 5-minute news digest. It mostly covers business and technology, but it doesn't ignore other areas. 4 million. This is the format. This is what their newsletter looks like. You can click on it and you can see what their newsletter looks like. Because I want to show you, it could be whatever you come up with. Here's another one. It's called Letters from an American. It's a newsletter about current political situations in the U.S. from a historian's perspective. His is all text, or her. I think it's she. She's just writing all text, but she's got 1 million people that read it. So you don't have to get fancy. It's all text. Here's another one. Daily Skim. They have how many? Millions of subscribers. This is what theirs look like. And again, you can have all of these information below. This is Target's newsletter. This is Target's, right? So think about your format, how you want people to receive what you have to say, and get that thing out there. Let's get some money. Let's put these advertisers on there and let's make some money. Okay. So hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section, and I'm going to leave all the links below, and I'll see you in the next video.